This is a little bit more, probably might end up being one of those like ask after panel questions.
Sure.
For all the composers, like in the room, are there any specific kind of motives or common grooves or common note choices that make it sound retro, that you just kind of go, oh, it's retro, DEFCON.
What? I think the thing that implies retro more than anything is just the tones, I would say. It's like as soon as you use a square wave, like it could be totally orchestra, classical music, as soon as you use a square wave, people are like, oh, video game.
I think so, but I heard a Katy Perry song that had a square wave in it.
Yeah,
I don't
the beginning of kind of TikTok,
because I listen to Katy Perry all the fucking time. Oh my god. I actually.
Are you making fun of me? Because I do.
Shut up! Stop it. I actually think it has more to do with the complexity, or not complexity, but just the way it's composed and arranged. Is that, you know, if you turn on the radio, if you listen to like popular music, it is very simple. That's not bad. All right, I love a lot of modern music and everything, but game music, retro music, because it's all they had. All they had was, oh, so many tones to do this. So they can't establish a mood with, you know, just a sound like a guitar or whatever. Just, you know, how like in a rock song, like even a classic rock song, you know, you can just go ba-ba-bam, that Who song, I forget what it's called, and that one chord is like, just because of the way the guitar sounds, because there's so many choices of tone and everything. But all they had to choose from was, I have so many notes that I can do at a time and whatever. So, like, that's, I think, why people think the Super Meat Boy soundtrack is retro-inspired, is because it's just packed with as much melody and counter-melody and harmony as I could. You know, and I just tried to have that balance between not being excessive. But I mean, that's the thing, is like, I don't think I used a lot of sounds that would be considered chip sounds.
That's true.
But people still think it's retro.
The warp zones, for example, those are all like entirely chip tunes.
Yeah, and that's the thing too, is that I did all the retro ones afterwards. So I basically wrote these songs in thinking of trying to make them sound retro, that I had remembered, you know, because like listen to the Mega Man soundtrack. It's just solid melody and things going on all the time. Like old shitty game soundtracks that no one remembers didn't do that. The ones we remember are the Final Fantasies, the Marios, the Mega Mans, where it's just packed full of it. And I think that's like when older people who don't, like my parents, think that anything that sounds like chip is just noise. Like regardless, like even when I was a kid, I'm like, you don't like this music? This is fucking amazing. They're like, it's noise, because they can't stand the tones of it. But you know, it's more to do just with, I think, the composition than anything, because.
Yeah. But then again, who thinks that TikTok, the very beginning, could sound like a Sonic track? That's the first time I heard it. It sounded like, you know, Sonic 3 or something.
TikTok?
Just the square waves right at the beginning.
Yeah. What's TikTok?
You know, bottle of Jack, brush your teeth with it.
What is happening right now?
I think what we're trying to say is Katy Perry is actually chiptune music, right?
I don't actually listen to Katy Perry. Like, you really took that and ran with it?
You don't do that with the mic.
I'm a goddamn internet celebrity.
But you don't have your picture in the book, do you? Josh has a picture in the book.
I want to play some Soli, and I want to see if you guys think this is legit chiptune, or if you just think it's retro. It's fucking good, though, either way.
This is by a good friend of ours named Soli, Magnus. He's super talented. I think I'll sit on. I think his music speaks for himself.
You need to go buy the soundtrack right now.
It's called PPPPPP, or to set the soundtrack to WWW. Any other questions before I keep going? Yeah.
Well, I forgot the first one, but did Danny bring the double CD soundtrack to Super Meat Boy?
Yes, he did.
Oh,
Yeah.
you good.
I got him.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think we should probably wrap up. We've been here for a while. It's getting a little hot.
Like 1,000.
We are also big.
You never did 6.
Well, we're planning a performance, so you're gonna have to like follow my Twitter or some gay shit like that, and then you'll know when we do it. See what I did there? See what I did there? I can't do it right now. It's closed anyway. It's closed during the concert, so it would have been hopeless.
At 2 o'clock.
2 in the morning.
If the jam space is anything less than a giant clusterfuck, maybe we can get something.
Yeah, maybe.
We tried to jam like 3 in the morning. Yeah, right? Like he was there. It was just like it's just like 8 musicians on stage trying to do their own thing and yelling at each other.
It's very disorganized. Always been better.
All over again. Trigger Friday morning at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Are there any other questions before we wrap this up? I don't want to take any more time up here.
I don't think there's anyone else in here, so you guys just want to come out and hang out.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. That's kind of my original intention was just to hang out with that film. Who's this guy?
Just go across the board and like give some final pimps on stuff to check out for each.
Oh yeah. See if Larry wasn't here, would be.
Final pimps?
Yes.
What's your radio show, man?
What's your radio show?
How can we hear it?
My show is Radio Free Gamer. I promise I talk a little bit more.
Start over.
Start over. Thank you. My show is Radio Free Gamer. I promise I'm a little bit more informative in that show than I was on this panel. A little bit more to contribute. But it's on 8bitx.com. You can also check it out. There's a podcast I have. If you want to hear more about Danny's views on why Super Meat Boy is not chiptunes and exactly we had pretty much the same rant about Katy Perry on air. It's brilliant.
Bone Katy Perry or something? You're not going to get very far.
I don't want to get a disease. Or do I?
You don't already have, so.
Yeah, but that's all on iTunes, Radio Free Gamer. I have cards if you want them. I'm on Twitters and the Twitters, so you can hear me tweet about whenever I find random cool stuff that I want to play. It's a good source for free music, and I'd also like to just mention a few sources I use to get free like indie game music because it's kind of they're kind of spread out. But OC Remix, search in the forums is a great place to find not only free remixes but people who post their original stuff and game soundtracks. I gotta give a shout out to VGMDB, huge source of information on video game music. Just search for free music on there. There's all sorts of stuff, hundreds and hundreds of stuff you can, albums that you can download. Game Music for All, even though that hasn't been updating regularly anymore, but
Still good.
It's fantastic. And just search places like that, and you can find a ton of great music from indie games and all sorts of stuff.
I'll be quick. Robots, lasers, indie stuff, $3. Marketplace, Return on Robots, Xbox and PC. That's all I'm going to say.
Your soundtrack is it?
And it's got a soundtrack. Over 70 minutes from OCR. ReturnOnRobots.com.
No, and your website.
Oh, my ZirconMusic.com. Or just Google Zircon and skip past the thing for the stud finder. That's not me.
Just the studs right there.
That's his hobby, I think.
We'll see.
She's like the best groupie ever. JWmusic.org, Sound of JW on Twitter.
So we're pimping our. I mean, first of all, like I don't know if everyone knows, but I started at Overclock Remix, and I owe so much to that. So much. But you should all check them out. Like especially game developers, like I was saying, look for them for musicians. But like if you want to donate, do it because I think. They're like the standard bearers for game music these days, I think. And what they do is really important, I think, because what I do for a living, I want to be legitimate. And I think they work very hard to make that happen. Because a lot of people still think game music is a joke. They don't even think about it. They don't even know about it. So, but definitely check out What's Your Remix. If you want the digital soundtrack, it's at meatboymusic.com. I'm on Twitter, Danny B Style.
I have a website, but it's my last name, Saulesco. I don't know if you can spell that, so just come up and talk to me, and I'll give you a card or something.
Umlaut in it?
Umlauts!
No umlauts. Saulesco.
He's from the same place as another soundscape.
Oh, Sweden!
I'm from, ja, är det någon
I
som,
thought you smelled Swedish.
om det är någon som förstår vad jag säger nu så är de också från Sverige.
Alright, thanks guys for stopping by.
Cheers, man.
nap or sleep?
Go.